So I know I'm talking to you guys a lot, kind of at my desk here with my computer monitors and everything, where I usually edit videos, and I can say that that really wasn't meant to be a permanent thing. It's temporary right now because, as you can see behind me, I was doing some work on the other set that I usually review stuff, because I have a bunch of stuff that I still need to finish reviewing. I kind of wanted to do a review on like something like the Super Nintendo Classic and everything, but at this point, it's almost done. We've made some pretty cool progress, and I'm pretty excited. We did some painting, moved some stuff around, and I think it's going to look pretty cool when it's all done. But for now, I'm going to be doing some recording here and there at my desk with you guys. And there was something I saw that popped up when I was just kind of looking around and doing some editing for a video tomorrow. And that was a very interesting dock for the Nintendo Switch. It really caught my eye. If you guys don't know, I really wanted a dock that has an Ethernet port kind of built in natively, or at least as native as possible, with what Nintendo has left for really hardware manufacturers at this point, people making accessories. And this new dock is supposed to have just that. It's actually a dock that has an Ethernet port, and it still keeps the other 3 USB ports free. Now, this dock is done by Cyber Gadget. It's not out till the end of December. So December 2017, apparently, the late December, somewhere in there. We'll see if they get it out before like Christmas over here. But from what I can see, it's only available in Japan right now, and it looks like they want about $70-ish somewhere in there with exchange rates, which isn't the worst for what they're offering, considering obviously a dock with all the accessories here for Nintendo is roughly $90. So it's not bad, and it has an Ethernet port. But take a look at this dock. It's very interesting looking. It looks like a dock that you would have with, it actually reminds me heavily of my Vita dock, which is really funny. I had a dock for the Vita that would kind of help it stand up, and then you plug a cable into the back and it would charge it. Probably some other people had it, but not a lot. I actually used it for Netflix now and then when I was out at like a job or something, because it worked really well to stand up next to if I was repairing something. But it's interesting because there's a couple things. One, you can see the back here with the I/O. It does keep the 2 USB ports on the side and then a USB 3 on the other side, but it has that LAN port, which I'm really happy about, because while we already have the ability to run wired LAN to the system, we're still dependent on external LAN adapters, something that can bottleneck the speeds depending on which one you get. If it's something like this that's native, everyone has the same speed, and depending on what they use internally to really convert and move data back and forth, it probably will end up being faster than having to go through a USB port and a LAN adapter. They also kind of boast about how the heat dissipation is better. I've already done a video showing how the heat in the Switch isn't really a problem anyway, but I mean, I guess it has the back completely exposed as well as the top, obviously, and it's probably harder to put something on top of it compared to, I guess, the regular Switch dock that kind of turns it more into a square shape rather than something in a stand. The other interesting thing that they point out with this dock in particular, it has the ability to stand up your Switch, kind of in, I guess, like a tabletop mode, kind of, but with the stand. So, of course, it'll be really much more stable. I know the kickstand works, but, of course, it's not the best. But with this, you will be able to set it in the dock. Is all allegedly, according to them, here with their write-up, which hopefully I can get a review unit. We'll get to that in a minute. It might be kind of difficult. But what's interesting here is it will stand in the dock, and then when you just plug the power in and it powers the dock, you won't lose video on the Switch, which is something that happens right now with the standard dock. As soon as it gets power and you put the Switch in, it then goes to your TV. This has some kind of relay or switch internal, and it won't actually try to push video to your screen until you plug an HDMI cable in. And that probably won't affect a lot of people, but the idea is pretty cool, because obviously if you are I don't know, out somewhere and you have your dock with you, and maybe you have it on a table instead of on a TV, and you just want to plug it in that way, that works. It's just an extra feature. I kind of like the idea, so that way you don't have to worry too much about how it's going to be positioned if you don't have a stand that just holds it up and like you plug it in that way. It's just an extra thing to have. You sit it in there, and if you don't have access to the TV and you're sitting at a table and you just want to set it down that way, you could do it. You could run a cable and plug it in. Overall, though, this is a very interesting dock to me. I really want to take a look at it. The problem is, from what I can tell right now, it's only being sold in Japan, as I see here. And in order to get it, I would have to get it imported, which I might take a shot at, see if I can get it. I don't know what it would cost to get it imported over here. It's probably not going to be cheap. Either way, it's an interesting dock, mostly because of the Ethernet port. I'm going to see what I can do, like I said, about getting one, and we'll take a look. Let me know what you guys think about this dock in particular. Does it look like really a straight-up replacement for the Nintendo dock, but better? I don't know. I'll have to see the speeds on this Ethernet port, definitely. I mean, if it comes with the cables, it's already cheaper at $70. If it's just the dock at $70, it's technically going to be more expensive than you buy an adapter, an HDMI cable, and everything. But the Ethernet port is enough for me to at least take another look at it, and if I can get it, we'll see what the speeds are, because I will test it according to several LAN adapters that I have here. Could be fun. Look for it later on, $70 later on in December. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.